Hi, everybody. It's September 4th, 2018, and it is the day after Labor Day. So I'm sure for each and every one of you, today feels more like a Monday than a Tuesday, but it is actually a Tuesday. And we're here to really get the ball rolling. So we always like to start, looking at the picture of the ultimate goal. And the picture is right there in front of you, and that is a mega mixer and the success. This is a recent success. Now, this took collaborations of individuals and chambers of commerce. And that is how you can really build cross chamber mega mixers online. That's our vision, is to create that vision that you're looking at right now and using the new online networking technology, Zoom, email, etc. And we're going to kind of cover a few of those today to really help you to build an exponential audience and what I call networking nirvana. Now, by that, and I don't say that lightly, or I'm not trying to be coy or cute with that, but a lot of networking is emotional, mental, psychological. It's not just technology, because technology doesn't, create collaborations. It doesn't create networking. People do. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that you understand there are ways and means and techniques to do networking in person, face to face, but also online, that can be peaceful, painless, fun. And that's why I say that we have coined the term networking nirvana. I think when you learn more about what we're talking about, we've tried to take in a lot of considerations to make this happen for everybody. So now I'm going to stop the share. I'm going to start a new share here. Because we've got some exciting things to cover with you, including a really cool video. So let me switch now over to here it is. I find the right button. And I'm going to switch now to my Chrome browser so I can cover some things here with you. And the first one is, this is the New Economy Chamber of Commerce. And we've got a lot of things here that we are offering because, like WeWork said, one of the leaders of the new economy, they said that a new economy needs a new type of chamber of commerce. And that's what we're here for, to help you to have one and to understand how to make the most of it. So here's some of the things we're going to cover today. Our goal is to create getting clients and mega audience collaborations for all attendees, panelists, and contributors by creating a digital version of this picture, because there are plenty of ways to get clients in this new economy. And the other thing we want to do is, because the new economy has been such a big shift, we don't want you to roller coaster through jobs, get a job, lose a job, up and down. We want to help you to visualize the ways and means that we're going to explain to you to achieve success for a lifetime, because the new economy is more than just a new way of earning a living. It's a new way of living and a new lifestyle. So Labor Day today, Labor Day is over, and we are starting a new business season for 2018, 2019. And so this is a business accelerator. Today's meeting is to help you to get more clients and more profit and get your business unstuck. So today we want to overcome, and I've been doing a lot of networking and book reading and researching, and I've coined some new terms, or not coined them, I found them, I should say, of other terms that other people have coined or used that I think are good. How to overcome networking reluctance. And everybody has that. That's human nature. Everybody has, I think, of some, at least small, fear of rejection of you or your idea, or, and if not on one day, on another day, that are we right on that day? So we want to replace that with a term I've coined called networking nirvana, and that is how to get new clients. And I really believe by hanging here with us today and coming back on future days, you're going to agree with me that we've really come up with some amazing solutions. So the main thing that we want you to understand and learn about, because some people are really comfortable, with face-to-face networking. They've been doing it for years and it's their thing. Other people, particularly, let's say millennials, are totally comfortable with social media, social marketing, and social networking. And is one more important than the other? Really, they're equally important to each other in that the ideal situation is a fusion, a hybrid fusion of the two, where they both come together so that the strength of one offsets the inherent weakness of the other, or your strength in one can offset your inherent fear in the other. So they really work very, very well by bringing them together. And it kind of quadruples, or I'd say times 10 exponentially, the number of solutions that are available to you by combining the two together. The number of solutions grows just right through the roof. So one of the keys, and again, one thing I do want to hit on, my own experience in networking. Okay, it goes back about 30 years. And by that, I mean, I used to cover trade shows, media marketing trade shows. And every month I would go to at least one trade show, sometimes two and three, because I was actually being paid by my clients to go to trade shows for them, to represent them at trade shows. That is what I did. Well, I became so well known in the TV infomercial and the direct response industry. My moniker, because I wrote articles for Electronic Retailing Magazine, was the Network King. A little pun, networking, the networking. But that was my moniker. So for 30 years, I learned all about networking. And really, this works in trade shows and meetups and mixers equally. It's about how to, move quickly while you're networking in a very elegant way, in a very professional way, not a rushed way, but a business way. So you're not stuck in one really great conversation and missing out on the 10 other conversations that you could be having after the get together. Okay, so we're going to cover that, how to do it quickly, effectively, and elegantly. And again, you're going to learn about the new hybrid fusion networking that is really the best of both worlds, and that is face-to-face networking. And we want to kind of use universal terms. Now, we could call it in-person networking, but I really think the more we kind of agree on terms, it becomes kind of important in our communication. So personally, I've chosen face-to-face networking over, say, in-person networking, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's really your choice. Plus digital networking online. That, there's a lot of ways we could describe things, but in all of my research and over these years, I think these are the cleanest, clearest ones that I've seen. Okay, that's from my perspective. And we really want to perfect and fine-tune something that we have recognized that is very powerful and very unique to digital networking, especially with our preferred, from our perspective, meeting technology, and that is Zoom.us, using a free account like we're using right now to do this recording direct to YouTube. We're using Zoom.us. Well, since it's all about networking, let me do a quick comparison. You go to a face-to-face networking event and you shake hands and you swap business cards. Then you're stuck with a paper business card. Now you have to do something with it, You can throw it away, you can type it up, you can make a phone call, you can do a lot of different things with it. But that is a little bit of a problem because it does, create another thing that needs to be done. However, with new digital technology and introducing our unique, what we call speed chat cash flow networking, and these can even be interviews. And that's what we're going to demonstrate today. Well, with speed chat networking, now you can drop your info right into the chat box. So we're chatting one-to-one, and Kim's going to be asking me some questions for clarity as we go through some of these things today in a minute, as kind of helping me out as a co-host today, doing me a favor, which I appreciate. But I want to have, somebody who's like you, to represent you and your questions, to make sure that you're getting all of your questions answered. So we're going to introduce how you use speed chat networking and how to learn 10-second responses to elevator speech questions. And these are things that anybody can do. And I promised in my email invitation to this that I would teach you the 3 most important words to get new clients. And the 3 words are, and they're right there, and I'm going to explain them to you. The 3 words are, I solve that. Now, what does that mean? That means, let's say I just met Kim and I was talking to him, and I go, well, Kim, do you notice how it's gotten more difficult today for entrepreneurs and small business owners to get new clients and to reach out? Gosh, with everybody's so AD&D and ADD and have such short attention spans, it's so much more difficult. People are telling me they're finding it harder to get new clients. Well, I solved that. Shut up. That's all I need to say. Done. So once I've said that people love a mystery. They can't resist a mystery. So I just created a mystery. Okay. Wow. You solved that? Wow. You want to know. That's what a mystery does, is it makes you want to, I've seen people freeze on the spot, unable to walk away. When you say, I've got an idea, I'll be right back, and then you walk away, they can't leave that spot. That's a mystery. They've got to know, what's this idea? Are you going to give me $1 million? Do you have a brand new car that you were going to throw away or give to somebody, and now you're going to give it to? They've got to know, what is this? They've got to know that. That's what a mystery is. That's just the way the human brain works, and I promise you it works. Now, the other thing I wanted to do today, I am in the midst, and this is kind of an urgent for members of our elite media VIPs of the new economy, that we're going to reorganize my national radio show features on NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox affiliate stations, and more, with more speed chat, cash flow networking, both here and through media promotions, and how you can become people who become involved in our Cheers meetings, who use social media and invite the most people, because these are collaborations. You're going to learn more and more that these collaborations are ours. What's good for us is good for you. What's good for you is good for us. We're all getting ourselves in alignment economically. So it's in all of our mutual best interest to bring the most people here, where you become treated as a friend. We call these cheers, where everybody learns your name, so that by coming here, you become known as an old friend in commerce, okay? So that you feel comfortable bringing your most important prospects, your most important clients right here to this, our Cheers meetings and our boot camp. So I'm going to be offering a free feature spot promotion to a winner, a person who recruits the most new attendees to our Cheers meetings. And that will mean, because my shows are carried on NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, and more, that means if you're featured on there, you also achieve the status of as featured on. So if you're an author, an expert, a celebrity, or something that you want to promote, you're going to have that status that you're going to be able to use in your marketing. So the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be reaching out to our VIPs and talk about the new reorganization of the national radio show to really help people get the most out of it and to arrange the next recording session. So that being said, now what I want to do is I also want to make these boot camps not just networking conversations, but really more like a boot camp, in the military or something. Not to that extreme, obviously, but a boot camp is a boot camp. And so what I want to do is I want you to understand, and one of the experts, and I'm going to be hopefully interviewing him soon, or maybe even today. I'm going to reach out today and see if I can arrange an interview. A term that he coined was escalator instead of elevator. How breaking up your elevator pitch into smaller chunks makes it far more digestible. And today, that's what it's got to be. So I thought, wow, that's a cool way to look at it. So let's put that to the test. And since we're a boot camp, and since what we really want to do to be able to introduce as many people as possible as fast as we can to as many different people as we can, Kim has also agreed to participate in a little boot camp demo exercise with you today. But before I get to Kim and that boot camp, Kim, let's go to your first role that you kind of agreed to as being a representative for all of our listeners, if they're here live or listening to the recording, about what are some of the things that you've heard today and what questions that you have for me so that I can bring clarity before we kind of move on to speed chat networking and a little boot camp practice. So any clarifications or questions that you have so far, Kim?
Sure, Mike. Thank you. Good morning. Uh, I think you've been covering the list of values quite clearly, but let me just see if one of the questions might be maybe just defining, boot camp a little more clearly for people, like what kind of benefits, what they might be getting out of it in an overall sense. That might just be helpful. So,
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
that's a good question. Thanks for that. Now, I don't know what everybody else knows. I know what I know. And I take networking so much for granted. And I don't want to do that. I want to put myself into other people's shoes and really help them to gain the benefit of everything that I know, about. So here's some of the key points that we're going to be talking about. This is actually a gentleman I'm going to reach out and I want to interview today. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the boot camp. And the idea is that a boot camp is a place that you get to practice. And there are ways to practice in person, face to face networking at mixers. I don't want to assume that everybody already knows or has the confidence and really understands, exactly what to do at let's say, a Chamber of Commerce mixer. So part of the boot camp, Kim, I'd like the boot camps to be like a blend of our networking mixers so that we can actually invite people to Chamber of Commerce boardrooms and actually do a little role playing with them and practice what does it mean to network. And I know that, but I want them to know if I go to a trade show or if I go to a mixer, everybody there is there to network. They expect the people there to accept their introduction or expect them to accept your introduction. So, different settings, you do different things. So nobody should go to a mixer and really be shy or intimidated about introducing themselves at a mixer. People are at mixers because they want to meet you. They want to hear who you are. And of course, they want to talk about who they are. And that's kind of the reciprocal expectation is that, it is a little give and take. So I don't want anybody be intimidated, and we want them to get it so that they're comfortable. We want it to be nirvana networking. We want them to be totally comfortable knowing that they're going into a place they should be in their own comfort level. People want to hear who they are. We just want them to know what the rules are. Like a freshman kid going to a freshman dance, maybe that doesn't quite know how to act there. Or like a millennial, maybe he's an expert at social media, but maybe he's not an expert at knowing how to work the room. So we want to explain these things so people get it and even practice with them. So that's one thing. And then the second thing is about the speed chat networking. How can somebody, if we invented it and it's an innovation, how can somebody know what it is unless we show them and tell them? So the boot camps are not just me explaining it, but really us together as a team doing what we can't do individually, and that is to work together and do a demonstration. So I can't do a demonstration by myself, so you're here. So why don't we try, for an example, to kind of explain more what a boot camp is. Let me do a little boot camp of our new approach to speed chat networking. And we've just been joined here, so let me see who else is here and bring them in. Let's see who's here. I have to upgrade them to a participant, and I want to do that. Let's see. It's not letting me see who's there. For some reason, let me just hold on 1 second, guys. Let me just check and see if this is. Sorry, I'm back, and it's not Zoom is not letting me see who the attendee is, or letting me upgrade them to a panelist for some reason at the moment, and I don't really know why. Oh, there, it's Lucy. Lucy, hi. And promote to panelist. Lucy? Hey, Lucy. Are you there? Okay, Kim, let's see. You can hear me, right, Kim?
Yes, I can. It looks like Lucy is on mute. There she
Okay. Hi there. Hi, guys.
Hey, good morning.
Hello.
We made it. Hey.
Happy post-Labor Day.
Yeah, you too. Thanks. I'm so sorry I'm late, Mike. I just I thought coming on, I just wanted to come on, even if I was late. I just wanted to get here.
Hey, love having you. You're actually, it's kind of a perfect time because, we're doing a little demo of an upgrade update to our speed chat networking component. And Kim is about to do a demo. And then, so why don't we do a little demo, Kim, first, and then after that, I'll explain. Oh, wait, no, I think it'd be better. I think Lucy will better understand it if I explain it up front. Okay, quick recap. What we're trying to do is to make speed chat networking faster and better with little 7-second to 10-second answers. In fact, you know what? Here is Adam as well. And so I'm going to promote him, and then Adam can also join us. So, hi, Adam. I'm kind of just explaining something. So if you can hang in there with me for a second, we love to have you participate. So what I came up with after a lot of research, guys, is kind of a better way to do our little speed chat networking. And I'm going to ask Kim as a demo 4 questions. And they're going to be, what are you good at? And then I want Kim to give me a 7 to 10 second answer. What do you offer? Same thing. Who needs your service? And how are you unique? Now, I'd like it to be about, and nobody's practices at all, because this is just a little refinement to speed chat networking. So I don't expect anybody to be great at this or really have it handled yet. But, and this is not a gong. It sounds like a gong. That's a bell. So if you hear that, that means it's not the gong show, okay? It just means time's up. And it's kind of for practice, okay, guys? And I'm going to do a little introduction because I also realized, geez, I could send this off to Fiverr and have them cut out these little interviews right out of these little practice sessions, over time as we kind of get them refined. So I'm going to start each interview with, we're back now with, and this time we have Kim Ryle, who's working and living in the new economy. And we might as well go with this right now, Kim. So stand by, and I'll do this in 3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody. We are back now, and this time we have Kim Ryle, who is living and working in the new economy. And Kim, everybody wants to monetize their experience in this new economy. So tell me, what are you good at?
Thank you, Mike. As an affiliate of 5 top-tier social media marketing agencies, we offer affordable media solutions to help get your business and value in front of your target customers.
Okay, now that is what you offer. What are you personally good at, Kim?
I'm good at taking these existing solutions, these affiliate solutions, and blending them with my sustainability background to help position businesses in the new economy as cutting edge, leading the way in various aspects of sustainability, including being more of a business as a force for good.
Great. And who needs your service?
Any small business or entrepreneur seeking more leads and traffic to their website or storefront.
And how are you unique?
My business, Social Smart Media, is unique for 2 reasons. We offer best-in-class social media services as an affiliate of some of the top media marketing services in the marketplace. And with my background in sustainability, I offer ideas and best practices that any business can incorporate to build their brand and differentiate themselves from other competitors in the market.
And how can someone connect with you, Kim?
Either my phone number, 510-427-6935, or they can find me on socialsmartmedia.com.
Okay, very good. Kim Ryle, thanks for joining us. I appreciate that. And will you please grab your information digitally? You could, everybody can have that ready. Either maybe it's in your email signature, or you can grab it and put it in a little sticky so you can paste it right there in our chat box so that we can kind of help people understand what we mean by speed chat cash flow networking, because we are networking here for cash flow, to meet new people, meet them quickly. So I think speed chat networking cash flow is a pretty good name. Okay, so that's a little demo. Any feedback so far, guys?
I like it.
Good. What did you like about it?
I like it that you're very quickly hitting on all the important points that someone might need to know about you if, to want to collaborate with you or do business with you or any of the above.
Okay, cool. All right, great. And thank you for the social media link this morning, by the way, Adam. And that kind of also triggers something that you guys may have missed, that I'm going to be running a contest as a kind of an ongoing, because I want everybody to know it's in our mutual best interest to be inviting everybody to our gatherings, our mixers, our cheers meetings. And so whoever brings in, I'm organizing this, the most people to these events, I'm going to feature in my national radio show so that they get featured, or something that they are already promoting, or a website, a book, or something. And they get the status of as featured on NBC, ABC, and CBS. So we're trying, and we're looking for other giveaways that we can all use so that we can have people really working their social media to help us to populate these meetings, so that we're all working together in tandem to get as many people here to share the story. So what I told Kim earlier, guys, instead of an elevator pitch, I saw one person that I'm going to reach out to later today, who calls it an escalator pitch, and that he says that we need to break these up into smaller sections. And so that's why I kind of thought, okay, well, that really suits an interview very, very well. But we have to have people practice keeping their sound bites down, so there's more interactivity. So do either of you, Lucy or Adam, would you like to try the 7 to 10 second challenge?
I'm always up for a challenge there, Mike.
All right, buddy. All right. So we are back now, and this time we have Adam Farver with us, who's living and working in the new economy. Adam, tell us what you're good at.
You know, what I'm really good at is wading through the confusion with solar energy and helping you find the best value, or helping someone you know find the best value in upgrading to solar.
Good start, buddy. And what do you offer?
So I offer solar energy basically as a brokership. So, you know, we offer a easy way to upgrade your home to solar, unbiased advice or education around solar.
Now, who needs your service?
Any businesses, homeowners, or entrepreneurs looking to either help someone or transition their home themselves to solar energy.
And how are you unique to this, Adam?
I am unique to this because I've got 20 years experience. I've actually lived off the grid myself, and I'm a mechanical engineer. I've designed some of the world's largest solar projects. Actually, the largest solar thermal project in the world is being built right now. So go ahead.
You sound like a man who, if somebody's in need of solar, they should be talking to you. So how can someone connect with you, A, and B, will you be kind enough to drop your information into our chat box for everybody?
Of course. The easiest way to connect with me is renewabledreamsolar.com. You'll find my phone number, a link where you can schedule a call with me, and some links where you can check out our services and products.
All right, very cool. That was pretty perfect. So we're going to give you 2 gongs for that. Good job. Thanks. Okay, Lucy, would you like to step up to the 7 to 10 second plate and take a swing?
Sure thing. Sure, I'll do it.
We appreciate it. Okay, so stand by, coming in 3, 2, 1. We're back now. This time we have Lucy Gable with us. Lucy, welcome.
Well, hi, thanks. Nice to be here.
Great to have you. And Lucy, you're living and working in the new economy. So what are you good at?
Well, Mike, I help people understand complex information on health and how to use their brain and their body in optimal ways through work and in their life. I help them to understand all that information that's coming at them in the news and the media every day. It's complex and it's confusing. I simplify it for them, and I help them to get grounded in understanding their own body and what they need to do to be optimal.
Okay, I had to give you 3 bells. That was 3 sentences. So we're trying to do 1 sentence.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's our goal. And that's what we're
One sentence. Okay.
No fail. Everybody's here learning, right?
Sure.
So now, in a sentence, what do you offer, Lucy?
Hmm. In the last for the last 20 years, I've been helping people create breakthroughs in health and find balance in life and in nutrition, movement, and brain science.
Great. You say you've been offering people. Who needs your service?
Basically, anyone who's tired of going through diet after diet and trying to be optimal with food and wants to find their long-term answer.
Great. And how are you unique?
For the last 20 plus years, I've been working with people to be successful in this. I not only have several degrees in my area, but I also have experience in senior management, startup, entrepreneurship, Department of Defense. I know what it's like to be extremely busy and also be healthy and balanced. It is possible.
And every entrepreneur needs energy. So how do we connect with you, Lucy? And will you be kind enough to drop your information into the chat box for people who want to connect?
Sure thing. You can connect with me through lucifit.com, and that's lucifit.com. I've got some email newsletters you can sign up for free. You can also grab my book called Eat to Lead, or you can join in one of my upcoming online courses.
All right, very good. Okay, guys. So that's what I would like to see our speed chat networking kind of evolve into, so that I think you guys are going to get a little faster on your toes for radio interviews, because there are many radio shows that have an audience of 100,000 or more that you can actually do an interview with from home. But you want to be able to get to the point quickly and make them want to ask you more questions. So like one of the experts that I researched says, we want to turn these elevator pitches into escalator pitches. Okay, so we want to kind of break them up a little bit more and make them a little more fun, fast-paced, and exciting. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Yep, sounds good.
Yes.
Okay. Now, one of the things that I do want to do is I also want to cover, although we don't have too much time left, but I do want to cover and give you guys a book as well, if anybody wants to learn more about working a room, because every generation is different, and millennials understand networking digitally, in their sleep, and maybe a lot of baby boomers don't. A lot of baby boomers maybe know better how to work a room in person, and that is an expertise of theirs, but maybe they don't know social media as well. So we want to kind of talk a little bit about working a room and being prepared to go to your local chamber mixer, where people are arriving in order to shake hands, meet, chat. And we want to give you some tips for doing that fast and elegantly, where you don't feel like you're rushing anybody, but at the same time, you're making it useful to you to be there, okay, to get the most out of it. So a quick checklist that I researched, and again, I'm going to be reaching out to some of these experts with the idea of interviewing them and introducing them to you guys through the interviews. But here's some of the key points that they're going to kind of talk with us a little bit more about once I reach out to them. So a checklist is to take business cards, a stack. So I'd like you to visualize this too, heading off to a chamber mixer where a bunch of people are going to be with the expectation of meeting you. So you prepare with a stack of your business cards in your pocket or your purse, plus a box in your car if you need more. That you have a pen, one that can write on glossy business cards without smudging. And I'm going to explain why that becomes maybe important in a way that maybe wasn't totally obvious. Take a little breath spray or, a little breath pill that you can drop in, because, sometimes we get a little nervous when we're meeting new people, and, we want to make sure that we've got that covered. So, and then again, practice breaking down your elevator speech into sound bites. Okay. So that these prospects, you want to find out, when you're meeting somebody, who are they? Are they a prospect? Are they a decision maker? Do they show interest in you? And who can serve you well, or maybe they're interested in your products or service. And so make a note on that paper business card, okay, that they are then a prospect. Or B, are they an influencer who showed interest for maybe an organization, that they aren't the right person for that, but they can help you to get to the right person. Then they would be an influencer, and a networker would be pretty much anybody else. Now, one thing that I'm going to be concentrating on myself is, yes, I have a customer relationship management system, but I'm going to be reaching out with more phone calls too. So I'm going to reach out digitally, and I'm also going to reach out with a short phone call. And personally, I'm going to use their paper business card in my hand. So when I am calling them up, I want to hold their business card in their hand. That is going to make them more real to me than just be another piece of data or information in a database. I want them to be a real person. I met them. I can say to them, "Hey, Adam, I'm holding your business card in my hand right now, and I see that da-da-da, I want to talk to you about this or that." I think that's a good tip. And then have in mind a goal, an invitation. And again, we want to create networking nirvana. So if you're in the least bit nervous or not really at ease, or you're maybe concerned or have a little reluctance or fear that they're of rejection, or you're just not feeling confident that day, who can resist, especially somebody who's looking for networking, going to more networking that's done digitally? And Kim and I were talking about this earlier. We want to start to hold networking events in Chamber of Commerce boardrooms, where maybe Kim is in the Walnut Creek, like instead of being at home today calling in, we might have an additional meeting where Kim is at the Walnut Creek Chamber at 11 o'clock, and I'm here, and he's calling in from the chamber, and that the chamber is inviting people to come and meet Kim in the boardroom. And we're going to talk about how to do better mixer networking, maybe in person, or how to do digital networking and how to connect. And maybe Adam is in the Fremont Chamber boardroom. And the chamber is inviting people to come in and meet Adam at the boardroom, and that we're all connected from wherever we are through the beauty of Zoom, which makes us all better, stronger. And if they're not interested in solar, maybe they've got solar covered for days, but they are still interested in networking. And so maybe Adam brings somebody who learns more about Lucy, and Lucy brings somebody who's interested more in Adam. Then we're all winning together. So don't forget, you can simply go up to somebody, say hello, introduce yourself, have a brief conversation. But one tip that I learned about is this: do 2 handshakes. You do one at the beginning. "Hi, I'm Adam." And then you do your little digital or your little face-to-face networking. And then after you've got them kind of handled in terms of, you figured out, are they an influencer, a networker, or a prospect, or who, now you want to be able to move on. Well, one of the best ways to move on is to stick out your hand again for a second time. And you simply say, "Great to meet you. I'm going to call you tomorrow." And then you move on. So that way you've used that as kind of the tip of the turning point. Now you're ready to move on to the next person because they understand you're there to network. And you could even say, you know, one of the things I do is I'm a networking expert for what I do. And I actually teach people how to network. And so I want to go meet some other people here, and I want to, you know, that's a value added that I bring to the table when I'm at these networking events. So you're kind of setting yourself up as a networking expert. You know what you're doing, and you know you can help people learn how to be better at it to get more business for themselves too. They're going to always appreciate that. Any little help like that. Instead of giving them a pen or a refrigerator magnet, invite them to what they really want, and that is to get more networking. So what we want to concentrate on, guys, is and in these boot camps, we're going to really go through either in-person practice or online practice of networking at mixers. What are the rules? What would you do? What didn't you do? And the rule number one is go. Okay, you can't make something happen if you don't go to a mixer. It's cause and effect. So if this gong won't ring unless I hit it, if I hit it, it's going to ring. So the cause is that I hit it and it rings. The effect is that it rings. But if I don't hit it, it's not going to ring. And if you don't go to a networking mixer, you're not going to be able to network. Okay. So you got to what? Go, go, go. That's job number one. Then, so all of these things we want to hold you accountable for. We want you to be helped by us with accountability. So you're getting the most out of it. You're comfortable because you practice among friends of what to do at the mixers, how to get them to an invitation and network with you one-to-one or face-to-face or more digitally for your own offer, or through a group offer of coming to a mixer. So I tried to cover a lot of ground today, but let me turn it back over to you guys. What you would like these meetings to be, what you would like more of, and yeah. So let me kind of get you guys feedback now. Questions or input or advice from me.
Well, I have some input, I guess. Mike, it's Lucy.
Please.
Well, it's just I loved what we did today. I thought it was awesome, and maybe spending a little more time with feedback in the future. So if we're practicing the networking, you know, what did that sound like to people, and you know, maybe getting out there a little more and trying a few different scenarios
Or
in terms.
sites.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a great tip, Lucy. Great tip.
Thanks.
Okay, let's do that. Did anybody, I know it's been a few minutes, but did anybody remember anything that they liked or anything that stuck out? You know, oh, and the gong, the bell, was that good or bad using that?
I thought that was fun.
Cool, we got a winner. And there's so many different ways I can use it, right? So, okay, any feedback, guys? Anybody remember any feedback? I thought everybody did a really good job. And I really thought it added a lot of energy. And I felt like you guys sounded kind of cooler in that you weren't stressed, like, oh man, I got to do this now. I'm halfway through it. And now I'm sounding really rote. You know, it wasn't like that at all. It was much more fun and breezy and simple, I thought. So I liked it a lot personally.
Mike, I think that it's the little short tidbits and turning the elevator speech into a escalator, you know, and little sound bites. So, I mean, I wrote down those 4 questions. I think I will practice those, and then I think that's, you know, nailing those questions, right? Because I mean, it's the first, like, I think the first time that I did it, it feels awkward, right? But then if you do it a couple times, it'll just start feeling natural.
Well, here's the other benefit of those questions. Those are the same things that you want to know about the person that you are there with. So now, after your first soundbite, It's really, I think, better to be provocative and want them to ask more, not just going on and on like, oh gosh, I got to put up my defense now. Is this person ever going to stop? You know, and so try to then, because the person who's listening is the person who's in control of the conversation. I don't know if you guys knew that, but so you're actually better off. And think about, all you really have to accomplish is 7 seconds worth, get their card, and an agreement that you're going to follow up to learn more. But now, the more you can turn it around to them quickly, when you do network with them, how much more powerful are you when you have all 4 of those questions answered? And maybe that's another nice thing about using the business card notes, is right on that business card, you can turn your back or walk away. Oh, there's some other really cool tips too that I forgot, but I'll give you that in just a second. And write a few notes on there about them. So when you do network, you could even drop those into a phone message. Hey, Bob, I remember you said, man, you were working really hard or this or that, and you needed some more energy. So I just felt like, man, I've got the answer for you, and I wanted to reach out and let you know that. The other tip about going to networking, if they have food and drink, don't go to the table first. Make that the very last thing you do. That is your prize for doing a good job of networking and working the room professionally. So, as they say, you're not spitting food up at everybody. You know, you're trying to talk, and here you are, it's in your teeth and everything else. Not exactly a pretty picture, right? So if you do the networking first and say, man, I'm starving, I can't wait to get to the food, well, go work the room and then make that your reward. So that's the last thing you do, is go to the food. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
definitely what I
Sure.
usually do too.
Yeah.
All good tips. So I've been doing a lot of research. I want to get these people in here, as guests and as experts with us, because we're going to be able to get the most out of this Chamber of Commerce networking one way or the other, guys. And we want to make sure that we are there. Now, Adam, I know you're more, I don't know, Lucy, if you're as hot for joining a chamber as me, Kim, and Adam. And if you are or not, that's fine. You can still do local networking if you are or not. But Adam, I think you are a little bit more. So can you talk a little bit about that, or what you would like to know more about getting that going, or how we might best be able to help you to get that going?
I think I just want to, I guess I just need to I need to follow up on that email, because the Kim had started and I haven't taken a lot of action towards that. So, but it's a Q4 starting right now. So
it is. And that's the thing, guys. This is perfect. We're ahead of the game. This is really the business season. So we've got probably 9 months now, business, right? So let's get that going. And do you want us to hold you accountable, Adam? Will that help you to get that done?
Sure.
Let me jump in before he even answers that. I want to take responsibility for following up on behalf of Adam and me for the Fremont Chamber. I think, and in fact, it's time for me to follow back on that email, because it's been maybe almost 2 weeks now, to Cindy, the executive chamber director. I think she might have taken as much as a month off after the Fremont Festival of the Arts, the biggest, art and wine festival any chamber offers in Northern California. And if she's not back yet, I'll go to her second in command, that I also know, who's still there, who's the membership director. So Adam, let me work together with you offline and see if I can get maybe even a meeting by the end of this week, if your schedule might permit.
Sounds great.
Okay, we'll take that offline, but I think my goal will be that you and I have a meeting at the Fremont Chamber of Commerce within the next 10 business days.
Love it.
So,
Okay, guys, don't forget, we also want, let's say I'm going to use my little chamber, 630 members. That's great. And I'm going to network with them face to face. But I also want to use the fact that I'm a member in good standing to reach out to all the members of the Walnut Creek Chamber digitally and the Pleasant Hill Chamber digitally, and really quadruple or times 10 exponentially my digital networking outreach, all with the eye of either selling my own service or inviting them to a cheers meeting to meet all of you guys, and we can all do that. So all of the members are posted on most of the member websites, the members of the chamber. So those directories are all right there. And that's another thing that we're going to be talking about is the best of both worlds of in-person, face-to-face networking in hybrid fusion with the most idyllic, friendly, learning, exciting digital networking that we collaboratively can create until we have solved any problem, overcome every fear, and really created what my vision of networking nirvana really is. And I look at that as having a vision of abundance, a vision of being with friends, and having your energy pick me up if I need to be carried along, and my energy pick you guys up if you need to be carried along, or have a confusion or a setback or something that you're having a problem with, that we can share it here with peer-to-peer networking and get all of these questions answered and solved and make the most of this and have a lot of fun doing it. I mean, that's really my vision, is to solve anything that's holding you back. We want to find out what it is and help you to overcome it and move forward. Speaking of that, is there anything anybody feels mentally, physically, time-wise, financially that's holding you back that we can listen to right now and give you our best thoughts on it?
Okay, I have one, Mike. I wonder, the Silicon Valley organization is actually what the San Jose Chamber of Commerce calls themselves now. And I actually did look into joining them a little while ago. They're extremely high priced for their membership. I'm not sure what the other ones are, but this is probably a really large organization. So I think you had said that you don't actually have to be a member in order to be at some of their meetings and such.
Let me address that. Like I think Kim said, when you've been to one Chamber of Commerce meeting or one Chamber of Commerce, you've been to one Chamber of Commerce.
You've been to all of them, or no, just one?
But what I mean is that they're all different, Lucy, and there are some that are very corporate. I don't know if you guys know, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce has nothing to do with most local chambers of commerce. You may think they do, but really they're just a big lobbying group. And like when the 49ers moved from San Francisco down to San Jose, they became very corporate. Boxes are like $80,000. And so understand that there are going to be some chambers of commerce that are very corporate, and they're not really the fit that you're really looking for, but they may be. So that's why you have to kind of learn a little bit more and find out because maybe that one is good. Maybe their membership is too expensive for you, but that doesn't mean that they don't have mixers that you would be invited to or welcome to. And now maybe you're with, some people that are very wealthy and successful. And, you could say to them a couple of things. You could say, one, I'd love to come because I'm a big believer in chambers. I'm not ready to join yet. for whatever reason, I'm a startup or whatever. But I would like to start to meet people and kind of bootstrap my way into your chamber. Or maybe you could arrange, because everything is life is what you negotiate for. And like my mom said, it never hurts to ask. And so I live by that. It's like all they can say is no, right? And so I never have any problem asking somebody for something just to see what they're going to say. So, but also, I'm sure if you search, there could be a lot of little chambers right around the periphery. You know what I mean? Or specific chambers, the Hispanic chamber, the Black chamber of commerce. There's chambers of commerce for all kinds of things now. So I think a little bit more of a search, might help you, and a little bit more networking. Any other thoughts that you guys have for Lucy?
This is Kim. I think that's a great idea to just maybe see what else could be helpful around the perimeter and maybe end up networking into the chamber over time. But I think, mixers typically are about as open for a price, maybe it's $20, to cover, the food. But I think you and possibly I would be interested in networking down in that area as well for my own purposes. And I have a few connections in, the Valley there. So some of them may be chamber members. One of the groups that I'm involved with is the International Facility Management Association. And I have connections that are in San Jose that are in IFMA. And so some of them are pretty well connected. Let me see if I can find someone that's in one of my, either in my IFMA group, or maybe it's also in the International Society of Sustainability Professionals, who also may be in San Jose Chamber or some other chambers down there. And I'll let you know, Lucy.
Okay, thanks, Tim.
Yeah, sure. It's like, trying to leverage the networking. And I've also got just for your information, I've got a premium LinkedIn Sales Navigator subscription. So if you want me to help you do some advanced search through LinkedIn to find people, I'm more than happy to do that. Or you could, we could meet sometime, or even we can do a screen share, and you can use either one of you and Adam could use my LinkedIn if you wanted to find people, using an advanced search. So just to let you know, I'm here I want to be a resource for everybody.
Thank you. That's
sure.
Sure.
Back to it never hurts to ask, Lucy. I would strongly recommend this is the kind of conversation I promise you I would have with him personally. I would go in and I would say, I would love to help you guys get new members into your chamber. I am just like Sunil always says, leverage him. I am connected to an amazing group of chamber ambassadors, and I, Lucy, would like to earn my membership in your chamber by helping you guys recruit new members into your chamber. This is not foreign to them. They want new chambers. In fact, when Kim and I went and sat down with the Walnut Creek Chamber, they pay a percentage, like an affiliate program, to recruit new members. So, you're gorgeous, you're outgoing. You would fit into that group if they know you or not, or if you're ready financially to join them. But don't forget too, like Tony Robbins says, how much money you make is depending upon how much money the people in your mastermind group make. You want to be in a group of people that make a lot of money. And if that is more expensive than you can afford right now, no worries, figure out another way to do it. That's how it is today. But if you go in and have a conversation with them and just see what they say, I'll come into your boardroom. I'll get you guys hooked up with our meetup group. We've got 120,000 members, many throughout the Bay Area. We've got one of my partners is national radio show. We do weekly the Cheers networking sessions. Big Chamber of Commerce fans. Let me come in here and really earn my membership without you having to pay another employee.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Yeah, I'd like to try that out, actually.
And then report back and tell us here's what they said.
Uh-huh.
And then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In fact, you know what they said, Mr. Chamber Exec? They said they would love to make me, Lucy, a case study about working in your chamber in this new economy. And so what you really wanted to do is kind of go, okay, we're going to get, publicity of making Lucy a success story by using our chamber and helping people transition to the new economy. So there's so many wins here for them. We could stack up wins here like poker chips all day long of how you could help them as a free employee and networking at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, sure. Yep, I see that.
Lucy, I'm looking at the San Jose, Silicon Valley Chamber calendar, and it turns out, just in case you might be interested, I'm just taking the liberty to think on your behalf here. Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3, and this could be available for general admission is $35. I might be willing to help you cover some of that to get, if this is of interest. Minority Women's Business Conference, Cal Asian Chamber of Commerce, and National ACE. Thursday from 9 to 3 on First Street. Let's reinvent what's possible. Join us as we bring together professional women throughout the state of California for interactive panel discussions from successful entrepreneurial women of color. Participate in our discussion methods, strategies towards strengthening leadership skills in business, career, life, and entrepreneurial perspective. I could see you being very successful in networking with a group like that. And I have a reason in what I'm doing with the Sustainability Challenge to want to reach out to people of color, and particularly women of color. So I might be interested in attending that for myself. So just an FYI, and they've got a pretty significant calendar of events coming up, going into the fall and winter.
Interesting. Yeah, they do. I'm looking at it myself too.
Okay, all right.
Could I go to, can you go to a women of color networking when you're not a woman of color?
Absolutely. I would, because of what I'm wanting to do, and I want to offer, a step up for people and women of color in particular. That's where I would go to network for my own bad purpose. So
Interesting.
the Black Chamber of Commerce will take almost anybody.
Hispanic Chamber,
right? There's no restriction on that. That's their focus. But boy, they would love to have new members, or at least new people to network with, to help get the word out. So if you align with what they're doing, and I think this is a great question for our discussion. Like, well,
right.
what things are good to go to, or not. I'm giving you my perspective, and Mike's got to give me an attaboy. So I will think about coming down for that on Thursday, whether it interests you or not. But cool. I would chip in on a little bit of your admission price if
and likewise, Kim, I go to young professionals where you're only supposed to be up to 40. That used to be the Junior Chamber of Commerce, because I want to teach them how to market to baby boomers like me. So I can benefit them by attending the meeting. I get it's their meeting, but I want to help them nonetheless, and I can do that.
That is a great idea, Mike.
So, let's not assume anything in the negative. Let's just go ask. Remember, like my mom, Eileen, said, just remember Eileen for that, okay? Never hurts to ask.
Never hurts.
To Eileen, never hurts to ask. So just go down and ask away and find out, and then report back. And because I tell you, like Kim says, I see opportunity. A lot of people see opportunities that can kind of come together. I see opportunities where they don't even exist yet. And I always have. So, bring them back here with this group. I promise you, I can come up with some amazing creative ways just from having done so much networking for 30 years. I don't think there's anything under the sun I haven't heard of about networking or somebody doing it and accomplishing it successfully. But we just need to know what it is. Don't assume anything. Because you got a whole new team here on your side. So whoever we all thought we were before, we have to redefine ourselves as being knights of this round table or of our group, because now we're empowered by an entire group think, not just our own. So let's use that power to overcome, knock down these barriers, and they're just hurdles. Let's see, what did I used to say?
Challenges.
Well, I like it hurdles because you can run a hurdle race in 10 seconds if you can see the hurdles. So hurdles are nothing if you can see them. And so I don't mind hurdles at all. I just need to know what they are, and then we can just jump over them, run around them, knock them down or something.
Well, I've got, guys, I apologize that I was late. I also got to hop off into a meeting here, but.
Hey, thanks for hanging, bud. I promise an hour. These are only an hour meetings. So if you're still here, you guys, we go on as an option, but they're really an hour meeting. So thanks for hanging.
So Kim.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah, Kim,
I'll
connect
be in touch with you later.
Yeah,
today,
connect definitely with me because I'm going this weekend. I don't know if you remember that app that I mentioned, 2020 or Bust.
Yes.
I've connected with the people from there, and I'm going to go to the People's Climate March in San Francisco with them this Saturday.
Excellent.
So I think it could be an awesome connection for what you're doing too. So let's talk.
Yeah,
and,
cool. All right. Probably more opportunities we can get to, but yeah, please, I'll be there in spirit.
All right, Mike, thanks again for all the awesome. I'm going to work on those 4 questions, and I love the idea of turning those into questions for someone you meet too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
All right, bud. Thanks, guys. I'm going to stop the stream now.